Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you can all hear me okay, as I now have my medium mod back. I've changed a few leads on the road system, so I'm hoping that the audio is sorted. But this video basically is about the 6,000 mile service, or second service, which is done around 6,700 miles depending on when you had your first one done on these GS's. What they did and what I talked to them about. So right, basically basic service was oil, filter and brake fluid change, which I thought was a bit weird, but glad they did, because the brakes feel way better than they did. They're phenomenal, they're back to as they were, so that's definitely well worth them doing that. Right, also about a week ago I was putting the bike away in the garage and found a circlip laying on the floor. When I reached over the bike to plug the optimizer in, a little bit of digging around, the circlip had come off the centre stand. Now there's two of these circlips, one on each side holding a pin in which holds the centre stand on. That's it, just two pins, two circlips. If that had come off coming down the road, well, you can guess what happens if your centre stand starts to drag and come off coming down the road. Don't bear thinking about. Anyway, mentioned that on the service. After the service, the technician told me to replace them both. They were quite loose and shouldn't be as loose as they were. So yeah, they're done and sorted. That's great. Let's get this person out of the way. So they're done and sorted, and they were meant to do their recall work. Now it's not a recall, they call it commercial or something or other work anyway, which is basically a drive shaft spline inspection, calibration, and they drill a little hole in your swing arm and put a little drain plug in, but they run out of time. They've asked me to come back at the end of the month, so that's all booked in for that work to be done. So yeah, they reckon it will take about an hour and a half, but the bike's got to be cold, so you can judge 2 hours on that one. So yeah, cost of the service was a total of £229.63, so 230 quid. That's for brake fluid, oil, filter. Obviously the cost for them to do it, which weren't overly bad, I believe. I will show you a picture of the receipt. And yeah, that was the service done. They also found something out of a line at the front. It was something to do with a brake disc or caliper. Something or other weren't quite in line. I can't remember what he said exactly, but they realigned it. I hadn't noticed any difference. He said he sorted out the squeak on the side stand. I said, well, I never hear it because the bike's usually running when I put it down or bring it up. So, but he sorted out a squeak apparently. Obviously a mechanic that don't like the odd squeak. So yeah, so hopefully we're all good for another 6,000 odd miles, which should see me into next year, I hope. So that was that. I'm now back, one of my favourite places. Just breaks up my journey to where I'm going, actually, through the college and the Ashridge estate, the old speed humps. Jump over them, lovely jubbly. And yeah, so that was a 6,000 mile service. But if you've got one of these, do check the circlips on that centre stand. If they're exceptionally loose and spin very easily, think about getting them changed, because you do not want them coming off at all when you're riding the bike. So I'm glad mine was changed, no quibble. They did say they shouldn't move, but I believe they shouldn't move when it's on the centre stand. They do move when it's on the side stand, because both mine still move on the side stand, but they've been lubed as well, so it might be worth putting a bit of lube on. I've got a theory that if they don't move when they're on the centre stand, then they're pinched. So mine must have been pinched a little bit worn, and then come off, because I use my centre stand a lot more. The bike lives on its centre stand in the garage, so I may put a bit of wear on it that they weren't expecting. But there you go, that is that. That was the service. I hope you're all well. It was just, yeah, about that really. So what to expect on your 6,000 mile service. No drama. It took a couple of hours. Well, I was supposed to be there at 2, I got there at 2, they didn't take the bike in till 3, we left at 4:45, yada yada yada. Cost me a lunch at a pub with the missus, so it was quite an expensive day out in the end. But yeah, it takes about an hour and a half, allow a couple of hours. Job done. It's just a pain that I've got to go back and have this. I'm going to call it warranty work, because as far as I'm concerned it is. They can call it what they like. But yeah, had this recall warranty work done. Also, when I was in Scotland, I noticed a little bit of ingress of water, nothing major, just enough to cause a bit of dampness in one of the panniers, which we rectified just by throwing the bag in the black bag. So I wanted them to check the panniers, as they are BMW panniers, to be told that they're not guaranteed to be waterproof. That's another thing to look out for. If you're buying bags that go in your panniers, make sure they're waterproof, because after 6 hours of torrential rain, some water did get in, just a bit. I'm probably going to throw some silicone grease around the rubbers, which should stop that. So hopefully we won't have any more problems. But yeah, just throw them in a black bag. It makes no odds, very little weird really compared to what could have been in there. But I was quite surprised. You know, 1500-1600 quid for panniers and top box, and they're not guaranteed to be waterproof. Very odd. Never mind, we live and learn. So yeah, guys, just a quick one. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, do like and subscribe. I'm always putting rubbish up that someone will find interesting sooner or later. So yeah, thank you very much for your subscription. Hit the like button, share the video, and hopefully it helps someone else out. Thank you guys, catch you all again soon on the next one. Bye for now.